Happy New Year, everybody. To kick off 2024, I'd like to go over the new event roamer added to Loomian Legacy, Mimask. This fast gremlin has everything tailored to an offensive Loomian from coverage to utility, and I'm going to go over how to use it effectively in the Battle Colosseum. From movesets to teammates and counters, this is how to use Mimask. Before diving into the sets, I want to go over its stats and abilities to help you get an idea of the roles it can take on in battle. Of course, if you are someone who is just here for the free sets, skip to the timestamp on the screen. So let's first talk about its two unique abilities. The most common one you'll see is Mask Swap, which turns Mimask's secondary type into whatever move you choose that turn, giving it stab on every move. This also lets you adjust your defensive typing to better suit particular matchups, making this ability extremely flexible. Mimask's secret ability Facade disguises it as the last Loomian in your party until it is hit by an attack. This also gives Mimask the stab bonuses for the Loomian you're disguised as. While this ability doesn't work as of the recording of this video, the amount of mind games this ability can create can help it flip certain matchups on its head. As for its stats, its 90 HP may look appealing, but make no mistake, Mimask is really frail with its base 55 defenses. All of its stats were geared offensively. With a 113 speed stat, it outspeeds relevant threats like Nevermare and Glossadia. This, paired with a 117 attack and 107 range attack stat, makes Mimask set up to be a scary mixed attacker. It's also blessed with the roamer treatment of having a very high 113 energy stat, giving it plenty of opportunities to throw out moves. Now let's move on to how to best utilize these stats, also known as the free sets. There are 5 sets I want to cover for Mimask, but the first one is one of the more common ones I'd expect to see. This set takes advantage of its higher attack stat with the moves Slapdown, Fade Away, and Primal Slash. You can obviously run Gnarly Gash over Slapdown if you'd prefer, but until it's nerfed, I'd prefer Slapdown. This Loomian loves to keep up momentum, which is why I think Fade Away is better on it than Harrow, the new 90 base power spirit move introduced alongside Mimask. The last move is pretty flexible, but I personally prefer Barbs as offensive setters capable of momentum love punishing switches with hazards. As for the TPs, max attack and speed are obvious as you want to hit fast and hard. The 8 range defense gives Protagon a melee attack boost because we love screwing over Protagon. The HP and energy depend on what item you're running. If you're Spirit Essence, run 8 HP and 84 energy as it makes sure you have enough for 6 fadeaways. If you're Power Cuffs, run 56 HP and 44 energy as it lets you get 2 barbs up and hit 4 fadeaways. The ability of choice is Mask Swap, as this set wants to get on the field a lot and is rewarded with an added stab bonus on its coverage moves. The next set looks into Mimask's range side as well as options to shut down passive play with Provoke and Peace of Mind. Dark Surge and Shrewd Blast provide a solid spectrum of coverage that allows you to hit popular threats like Glossadia and Obsidragon for good damage. Max range attack and speed investments, again since Mimask's best quality is its ability to be fast. The rest of the TPs outside of the 8 range defense can be dumped into HP and energy. The item of choice for this set is either Health Amulet or Milkshake, as this functions as a form of stall breaker or setup sweeper, and these items help Mimask achieve this. We choose Mask Swap as the ability again, as it enables interesting matchups against light types. Peace of Mind gives us the mind typing, making us neutral to incoming light attacks, potentially netting some otherwise impossible setup. The next set is another set I can see being fairly common alongside the first one. This one being a mixed 4 attack set. This set is also going to use the Mask Swap ability for its extra damage because, well, extra damage is always welcome. For the moves, we have Slapdown, or Gnarly Gash if you prefer, Fade Away, Shrewd Blast, and Mud Spatter. Slapdown and Fade Away are your most potent physical options, while Shrewd Blast breaks Obsidragon and Mud Spatter dominates things like Halvantic and Seer Knight. This set definitely wants to net as much damage as it can, so the item of choice is Power Cuffs. As for the TPs, we have max attack and speed, 4 energy, 88 range attack, and 8 range defense. There isn't any special investment needed on the range side, so the leftovers were just thrown in to maximize what damage comes out of Shrewd Blast and Mud Spatter. Now for the last Mask Swap set, I have a Boots set to outpace and remove faster options like Zulong and Boots Top. This set is pretty much the same as the first one, but I use Barter instead of Barbs and Gnarly Gash over Slapdown. Barter allows Mimask to cripple potential walls like Tundralin and Obsidragon, and Gnarly Gash avoids removing items from these walls. This set outspeeds and guarantee one-shots both Zulong and Boots Top after Barb's chip, allowing it to be an even more threatening revenge killer than it already was. Now to finally provide a Facade set. Mimask will generally focus more on utility with this ability, as it aims to hinder the opponent under the ruse of another Loomian. This set will still run Slapdown and Fadeaway, as those moves provide great utility on top of their damage. Barbs are a clear shoe-in on this set, since the Facade will create free turns for setup. The last move can either be Poison Barbs for more hazard setting, or Provoke to stunt passive play. The item of choice is Clutch Plushie, since this set is more utility oriented. You want to make sure Barbs go up with this set. The TPs are maxed in health and speed, again for easier utility shenanigans, and the leftovers after the 8 range defense and the 4 energy are in attack to increase the potency of Slapdown and Fadeaway. As you can see with the credits, LSU Fran, the notorious sweaty stall lover, helped me make these sets. Now, try as he might, not even he could make a fat set for Mimask. Anyways, yeah, I gave you my sets. Now, hey, please like and subscribe to my channel. Now, with a plethora of sets to try out, I'll talk about some Loomians you can pair with Mimask to get the most out of it. Luckily for Mimask, it fits on a lot of different team styles, so finding good teammates is easy for most people. Given its speed tier and access to Fadeaway, Mimask functions as an offensive pivot. So for more hyper-offensive teams, you generally want to pair this with other offensive pivots to form a pivot core. Things like Incandescent Nimori or Jalusa, Ikazune, and even Zulong are great pairings for it. For more balanced teams, pairing it with a more bulky pivot to get it on the field easier goes a long way. So Loomians like Luminami, Yursnak, Lashent, and Dokumori are great options. As for the Facade set, since its aim is to trick lead options like Gobademic and Gargolem Speed into thinking it's a counter to them so Mimask can set its own hazards up first, pairing it with a regift Loomian like Fiskarna can make it very difficult for opponents to decide to set their own stuff up first. Now, while Mimask has a lot of options, there are some solid options for stopping it. Offensively, faster Loomians like Chienta, Zulong, or Boots users can easily threaten a one-hit KO. Defensively, things like Teclipse, Tundralin, and Pyrelin can help relieve pressure from Mimask. Obsidragon and Phagenaut are also capable of stopping non-mixed sets. As for solid checks, Charonix, Garbantis, and Soulburst Florant are capable of taking a few hits if needed.